So it has been a hot minute since I have taken a look at the Dragon Mania Legends dragons, and I do this very rarely, very, very rarely, maybe once a year, just to see what any of the new stuff is, because when I quit, there were, I think, like 1,000 dragons, something like that, maybe a few more, but I don't really know what gets released anymore. I don't know anything about that. So I thought I would take a look through at least the adult designs today and just, you know, see some of the dragons that I've been missing. I've already seen this first one, the Acarai. That looks disgusting. I don't know what that is. But this guy, what is this? A blaze feather? Okay, he's pretty cute. I like him. Is he a primal dragon? I know that there was some sort of weird element change up at some point. I don't know anything about any of the updates. I'm not returning to DML, by the way, but I'll happily look at pictures of them. But yeah, that's a cool guy. I'll keep him there. I don't know what adventurer is, or aether student, aeronaut. What is that? It's like it's a plane. This is a plane thing. It looks like a submarine plane. He looks very weird. You know what? I kind of dig it. You know, like Imperial. Yeah, I still remember my boy Imperial. He kind of reminds me of him, so I'll keep him there. I have actually seen this dragon post before, Albino as well, and you know, he's got a very weird vibe to him. And if you remember, yeah, I did kind of like some of the weird dragons and lizards. I love lizards and dragons just in general, and any weird looking ones, hell yeah, I will go with them. So yeah, Albino, I will count him in. I see Aftershock. Alibaba looks kind of interesting there. Ultim Tenebris. Now, this looks like one of those fat dragons. I've actually forgotten what they're called, but he looks like some sort of tentacle hentai demon version of them. Some void fishy dragon. I kind of dig this one. You know, that's what's so disappointing about this game, that if these designs were just in something else, like imagine these in Skyrim. Can you imagine that? They would be absolutely fantastic. All I'm saying is someone just needs to steal the... Okay, don't steal them, but I'm just saying, if someone did, if you could take like Ultim Tenebris there over to another game, that would be amazing. This Amethyst Imp. One thing I did see with some of these designs, and you'll notice it versus the first set of dragons that were released compared to now, they have a very different design in some of these. We saw this with Dragon City as well, where, you know, there's either different artists or different teams entirely come in. You just see that some of the dragons just look different, unless an artist just changes the way that they make things. But like this dragon does not, there's something about this that doesn't look right. I don't know what it is. I mean, yeah, I kind of dig the tail, but I don't know, the face looks odd. Very, very odd. So I'm going to leave him there. Any others? I know all of these: Ancient Emissary, Aquamarine. I don't know that one, but don't really care about it. I know Aquarius. All of these. Ardenti Umbra. Looks kind of like a weird ghosty thing. Armored Mother. Oh, there's a little baby. That must be for Mother's Day, I'm assuming. We've got the Arya Dragon. Astho. You're gonna say that you see a name like asshole and you don't think, my god, you're an asshole, man, and you seriously expect me not to say that? This was like a Dark Souls enemy. I'm not the only one that thinks that, right? That is definitely like a knight of some kind. I do dig this one quite a lot. This is like some mystical fairy knight thingamabob. I kind of dig him. He doesn't even have real arms. They're like Rayman arms. Okay, he's cool. He's cool. So continuing on. Oh, my boy Autumn, my boy. Oh, Goose. That is disgusting. What is that? Ew. What is this thing? Is this based on a character I don't know? All I know is it is goofy as hell. Look at that. Look at that. We got the nose. We got the teeth and everything. Oh, it's dreadful. Oh, hideous. The Atramentum looks like some sort of, almost like Catwoman style. Okay, here's one that I've seen that's cool as well. We'll take a look at both of these. So this, again, it's like some sort of classic vampire style. I think it's kind of cool, but not cool enough. This one, however, Autumn Wood. This reminds me of Genshin. You know that really hilly area. I've forgotten what it's called. That's got all of these sort of goldenish trees on it. That's what he reminds me of. He's really quite cool. I do like the design on this one. You see, like, the broken leaves on the back. This one would almost look like an autumn dragon if we didn't already have one in this game, but yeah, I kind of dig that. I've also seen this Azure Prism, which, again, this doesn't really look like a DML dragon. This looks like some sort of other fantasy dragon, and it kind of reminds me of the Monster Hunter dragon. What's it called? The one with the frills on it. Anyway, Monster Hunter fans will know what I'm talking about, but almost just like a pride-themed dragon. Look at it. At least in this image file, there's all rainbows and stuff everywhere. Kind of interesting. But anyway, moving on to the next one, we've got Back to School. It kind of looks like the old one that I remember. We've got Battery, which I have... Oh my goodness, who is that? Who is that? And who is that? Oh my good gracious. Oh, she is so cute. She is so pretty. Look at her. What is this? The Belle Bloom. I was going to say something like Belladonna or something. Oh, look at this little cutie with her little planty light tail. Oh, she's so extra. Yeah, I could see this being in some sort of like Hello Kitty Island adventure sort of NPC enemy. But that is very, very sparkly. I'm sure in game it's not very sparkly. If only DML had Dragon City's sometimes animation that they give to them, but Dragon City is horrible for that as well. Moving on to one that I'm sure most people probably don't like, we've got Battery. And got a no recycling symbol on him, which that's not very good for the environment, is it, Mr. Battery? But again, I like the ones that are just so weird. Like, he doesn't even have arms again. We've got this like ghosty vibe going with some of these. I can dig him. And then people did send me this one because this is basically the Gagey dragon. You know, gay looking dragon, really rainbowy, reflective, whatever. But the image file for this one looks a bit odd. I'm sure in game it looks a bit better than this because this is very bitty, but you know, interesting style overall. Not my favorite out of all these. I'll keep some of these open so that I can have a think over them when we come back. I've seen these Big Bean. Wait, do they have a thing on their head? Do they? Why does it have an actual character on their head? That freaks me out. There's only a few dragons that used to have like additional things on parts of their body, and this must be one of them now. But yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk Acid Dragon. Odd. Very odd. Interesting, but odd. Bioluminescent, I don't like that. It looks like the Angler Dragon. But anyway, we've got Birthday, which is also a hideous looking thing. Blossom Lass, which again looks kind of plain. It's that basic body style again. Bluebeard, okay. And Blue Cabochon. Cabochon? I don't know, but they're interesting. Again, this one looks more high def than a typical DML dragon. You know, it seems like a lot more effort's gone into the shading in the legs and stuff like that, and it's got a nice pattern on it. I do like this one. Bluebeard looks weird, and he's got a key attached to his head. Well, how can you even unlock anything with that? Like, he'd have to, like, move his entire horns the opposite way around. Like, maybe they do move, like, 360 degrees or something, but very weird design on him. And then I've seen some of these Japanesey, Chinesey, and other Asian-themed dragons before, like Bon Odori, for instance. I don't even know what the hell is going on with this. What is this? Like, there's extra, and then there's this. I can't even work out what the hell is going on with this dragon. You know what I mean? Looks like Star Guardian Lux on steroids or something. You know, League of Legends Lux, or just like Soraka. I don't know. Just some sort of magical girl extra vibes, but there's just too much floaty stuff everywhere. But she's extra, so I'll go with her. Bounteous Dragon. Yeah, it's just a fruit basket, like that Fruit of the Loom basket. I know all of these ones. Bronze Bangles. That's one. Oh, Bubbly Sweet. Is that the actual adult form? Hang on. This was meant to be the adult forms. Is that actually the adult form? That definitely looks like a baby form. If that is the adult form, I can only imagine what the baby looks like. It must be like a fetus. There is no way that the baby is anything but a fetus if this is what the adult version looks like. But anyway. And we've got Bronze Bangles, and yeah, you're right. They definitely do have bronze bangles on them. I think the eye looks really nice on this one. You know, I think this one's just a nice design, but it looks more like some sort of foxy creature rather than a dragon. But we'll take the combo with those two. Burning, I've never seen before, but I don't really have much to say about it. I've seen this bye dragon before, and it is a lot to take in. Like, look at this. It's some sort of creepy lizard just with tons of bags that they just don't know how to say no to a sale. Interesting concept. And I'm going to close this aborted fetus dragon as well. Coming back, however, we've got cartoon, which always had an odd style to it. We've got the Vor dragon. Cetaceous Migra, I'm assuming that is. And again, we've got this. Oh god, his body's actually so light, I can't even see it. It's like it's invisible, but I can see the sort of kind of ball there, but very bally dragon. If we wanted a dragon that was very bally, I'd give this one 8 out of 10 for balls. But yeah, it's fine. It's an interesting one. There's these two. I've never seen these two. We've also got Cerulean, which I'm also going to take a look at. But Sibo is very extra. I do kind of like the lotus flower on her head, but I don't know, something about the eye throws me off. Then we've got Celestial Courier. So what, is he just permanently blind or blinding himself? It's like a Hermes, but a demigod version of Hermes or something, if that makes sense. Certainly an interesting design. I do like the extra, like, Rayman-y tail bits there at the end. Then we've got Cerulean, which kind of weird. Again, he's got that weird new age look to him, and he's got a weird, creepy smile to him. I don't know, it's kind of like I love the colours, but then the smile's kind of throwing me off with him a little bit, so I'm going to leave him. I'm going to let him go. I've never seen these two either. What is that? Actually, have I seen this one before? I think I've seen it before, and I decreed that this was a pure abomination. Like, this is the sort of thing that you would definitely see in your nightmares. No questions asked. 100% this is nightmare fuel. There's, what, olives, tomatoes. I mean, he'd be delicious, I'm sure. But I mean, if he's been left out in the sun, look at the eye looking like that. It's like he knows something that we don't. Okay, I love that one. He's very weird. Chasmacious dragon. Ooh, I don't know. It's kind of a lot of purple. I'm kind of not digging that one. And then we've got Charnasta, which, again, very light dragon. I do kind of like the colouring, like the purpley blues, the yellow extra accents and stuff like that on it, but yeah, I do quite like it, actually. I'm going to leave it on there. Chest Keeper is basically just a fat pigged dragon version, which is fine. Most of the rest of them I think I've seen before. But, like, I've seen these, they're the divines of ages gone. Oh, Chipactly dragon. He looks cute. Oh, it's your boy, Citrine. I love Citrine. Love your boy. Commander looks like... Oh, this is one that I saw recently as well. Anyway, let's look at the Chipactly dragon. You know, tribal dragon. This is basically like the big boy version, the big fat version of the tribal dragon, I imagine. Very, very fitting. I like it a lot. And then we've got the Collis Viator, also known as the Collis Violator. And he definitely looks like he would violate you. But I don't know why the gems sort of looked really blurry on this, although the dragons with this body type all have always looked blurry. But, you know, he looks very dragony. Sometimes when you've got all these weird designs, we lose the plot a little bit and they go a bit crazy like the cheesy dragon. But this one, he's very much a dragon. And for that, I can vibe with it. But, you know, cheesy has his place along with the Violator over here. We've got Cozy, which definitely looks like some sort of very weird creature. Yeah, it looks like he's completely dozed out and high on something. I don't know what. It looks like we've got two crested dragons, so crested blue and crested here. We've also got Crimson Gallus, which I think is kind of whatever, and I sort of saw him at some point after I'd quit. Cyberfunk, which kind of looks like some very meh thing. Custus Ragius. These names got really wild after I quit, but crested here. You know what? I like it. I like it. It's like he's almost missing a part of his eyeball. You know, imagine if someone put an eyeball in there, it would look like a completely different dragon. But this one, I can vibe with it. I can definitely vibe with this one. I like him. I like the colors quite a lot. Any others while we're here? Dark Menace, I remember. Dark Sentinel is new, but it's kind of whatever. We've got Descenery, which I'll take a look at because I remember all of the previous sort of... what is that? Ugh. Yeah, I've seen all the previous anniversary dragons, and there's nothing that's really screaming anniversary to me, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of a bearded, not bearded, beaky looking dragon thing. It almost looks like he's made out of like mustard or something. I don't know if that's just me. I'm kind of not vibing with it. What the hell is this? And who are we on some what's the name of it? The thing that Shellos, the Pokemon, is made from. I know the creature I'm thinking of, the sea creature, but I cannot name it right now. I think that's what this is meant to be. The little slug-looking thing that lives in the sea. Anyway, that's what that looks like. We've got Desertum Flamaru. Oh, drop to Uranium as well. But yeah, Desertum Flamarum. Kind of looks like a God of War character. Definitely giving me God of War vibes from this look. Definitely. Why are his legs so weird? Are those, like, plated? I don't know. It just looks like he's got dislocated legs of some description. Odd. Then Dr. Uranium. Okay. I like the vibe of that mouse. He looks very schemy. I do like the colours on this one as well. Definitely an interesting design. See, some of these fat body types dragons, they just sort of looked really bland when I quit, to be honest. But like this guy and the tribal adult version, I'm going to call him, they kind of have a nice vibe going to them. But moving on, they're all old dragons. Easter Hopper is not old, and Earthen Ghost isn't very old either. But yeah, this is another goofy dragon. They do this with the dragons where they put the teeth that are very rounded, and they just look so odd. They look very weird. Oh, and then we've got these ones, which I know sparked a lot of controversy between people saying that they were really ugly. Oh, Eliza! You can make the Arya and Eliza dragons kiss, of course. Smoochies between those lesbos. But anyway, we've got the Ecobot dragon here, which some people said it was awful. I love this guy. I really do. He's got the little recycling eyes and everything. Definitely would give him a solid 8 out of 10. Do like this guy. Eclectic, however, is... I don't know, it's like the sort of jacket material that the hard men wear in the UK. Or by hard men, I mean like the 14-year-olds that think they're hard that put on those jackets. I do like the colours, but it's a very, very goofy design overall. Irai Dragon. Interesting. Factory Dragon. That looks like an upgraded version of... What's the dragon called? Mech? You know the boss dragon. Oh, I know the boss dragon I'm thinking of, but I cannot remember the name. I think it's Mech. But Irai, why are they so upset? Why are they so sad? Oh, that's so upsetting. Very nice colours. I really like the colour pattern on this one. If you can't tell, I like blues. I like purple, like purpley, bluey, aqua greens as well. Those sort of vibes. But yeah, this one definitely looks like the Mech Dragon. Looks like the Mech Dragon, but with extra engines pouring out of him. 100%. I don't really like the design, but I like the vibe. Oh, my boy. I wish he was here when I was playing the game. Let's have a look at Fatum Mycelium. And folks, Opho Delofo. Okay, so we've got two of these sort of frill necks looking ass guys. So first of all, 13 out of 10. He probably would have gone on my top 10 list. A lot of people said it was ugly and god-awful. You are sinners. You are deep, deep sinners for claiming such thing. This guy looks like an Argonian from the Skyrim, Oblivion, you know, all of those Elder Scrolls game series, but it looks actually kind of cooler than them. I do like him as well. Again, love me some lizards. Fatum Mycelium. Think about this one. Very disgusting looking. Yeah, I'm sure it was meant to be menacing, but it's just... Yeah, if this showed up to me when I was playing No Man's Sky, I would probably poop my pants, is all I'm going to say about that one. Festival looks just kind of whatever, not really digging it too much. Firefang is like a furry's wet dream. We've also got Fishbot, which I do really like Fishbot, actually. But yeah, this is basically just a fairy's wet dream. Ori, where are you? But yeah, these sort of wolfy furry guys, yeah, I think it's a cool looking thing. It would be good as like a random enemy NPC sort of thing, or just a random enemy to take out on like an overworld of another game, but kind of whatever. Fishbot, I love this. It's got fish in his brain, and you know, it's just a very different looking dragon. Robot dragon, but he's got that very different art style compared to what I'm used to, so I don't really know what to make of it. It's kind of different. Yeah, catch what I mean. But then we've got Flagros, which I do really like Flagros as well. Let's have a look at Flumen while we're... Oh, Fluff... Oh my god, Broccoli Boy. Oh, okay, there's a lot of new ones here. So Flagros, I do really like. He looks like some sort of portal demon to hell, so I do really like that one as well. Flumen Protectrix. Flumen Protectrix. There we go. So again, love the vibes, and I love this sort of tribal style to it as well. I don't think it's as interesting as some of the others. We've got Fluff Moth, which is definitely a cutesy little dragon here. I do really like this. I think as an insect sort of styled creature, you can do a lot wrong, and this one actually looks really good, so I'm going to give them a props to that. Broccoli Boy, also known as Flowering Head. Why didn't they just call it Broccoli Boy? Oh my god, that's wonderful. It's so disgusting. I love it. It almost looks like his eyes made of like an acorn. You see what I mean? It's like the top is an acorn, and then he's just got the sad eye. Okay, I'm giving that one an 11 out of 10. I love that one. Fluvius Nox looks like a jester of some description, I guess. Moving on to the next page, it's probably going to start slowing down if I have like 5 million tabs open, but anyway. Flying Menace. He doesn't look like a menace. He looks like something that would never hurt you, ever. This is like the least intimidating looking design ever. Is it meant to be like Dennis the Menace? I don't know, but it doesn't look menacing at all. And then we've got Fortis Protector, which this is giving me Darksiders vibes. If you ever played Darksiders, it's definitely giving me Darksiders vibes, but what is that? It's like he's wearing a pair of high heels. He doesn't even have any feet. They're just rocks. Odd. Very odd. So they're old. We've got Frog Prince, which I actually think is quite a nicely designed one, but it's pretty much what you'd expect. We've got Frost Melt and Frost Shadow, which not really. We've got Frost Spirit, Frostbite, Frost. With so many frosts. So many frosts. Galvi is certainly an interesting look. We've also got Garden Gnome, which I can't remember if that was out when I quit. But yeah, this one, the Galvi, I think it would look cool in a different game, but not this one. And then Garden Gnome. Yeah, I think he's pretty cute. I think he's pretty cute overall, but not really my favorite design ever. Oh, stop showing me Broccoli Boy, it's too good. Then we've got Gift Maker there, which he's covering up his eyes. How's he going to see? He's blind. We've got Gingerbread there, which I think is a nice looking dragon. Ghost Flame, which is air. Gladiatus Aqua, which I've always thought is ugly as sin. Glint. A Glimmering Sea Slug here, but Glint, I like this one. It's like I don't know, a giraffe mixed with some sort of petaled monster. I dig it. I dig it a lot. I think it's like the blue looking like an outline, if that makes sense. A Glimmering Sea Slug. Again, if it's sea slugs I was thinking of earlier, maybe. But I prefer the other one. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this. But I do think it's a nice design overall. So I've seen all of these. Gold Touch looks like another furry's wet dream. They're all old. They're all old. Green Glow. I think he was right when I quit or around about it. He's okay. Hamish, I did quite like him. Harlequin Toad. I don't remember. These three are all a bit weird, but Harlequin Toad, you see, it's got a weird look to it. It looks like some sort of orc or goblin. That's what it looks like. It looks like a goblin. I do quite like that, the goblin vibe. I'm going to leave that one there. I like the goblin vibe of him. Haunted armor is a bit weird. Haunted caldera is new, but the rest are old. Heinrich's the fat one. Hellish, I remember him. Her Draconic Majesty, I have to say, this one's got a more complicated design than usual. I do really like this mesh design on this one. Very interesting design. Like, I'm not really a fan of this sort of queenly style in this outfit. I've never liked it in any sort of media, but I think this one looks really good for a dragon version, at least. And we've got Holy Blossom, which she or he looks very nervous. We've got Hockey, which it looks like he's got a black eye, which is quite funny. Honey Hunter, I've never seen that before in my life. What the hell are you? Ugh, it's weird. It's very weird. Oh. Odd. Yeah, that would be good in a haunted house or something if they haven't already put it in there. What else? Hot pepper. Hot pepper. Tasty. Tasty dragons, am I right? Hulmuz. Oh, these weird names. Hyacintho Ignis. Now, this one I have seen a couple of times, but it basically just looks like a demon that's got like 15,000 mouths eating everything around it, which I think is quite a cool design. Again, if you put this in Skyrim, you would have a 13 out of 10 design. I'm going to leave that there just because I think the design, if we put it into like some high quality thing, would be absolutely amazing. Ice Coral, as always, looks a bit odd. Ice Lady, same thing. Ice Queen, so we've got another icy girl, but kind of whatever. Oh, my boy Imperial. He's been good since day one. Any other new ones there? We've got Jade Gem, which we didn't have before. Whoa, Jade Monk, that is an ugly creature. Whoa, whoa. But yeah, that is certainly a vibe. I don't know what kind of vibe that is, but that is weird. That eye is far too big. Far too large. Weird. This one, I've seen this dragon before, and every time I see it, I'm like, there is no way that they just gave you a plant dragon turret that just shoots laser beams out of its head. But it seems that they did. And you're going to tell me that a plant dragon that can shoot laser beams out of its head wouldn't be able to just instantly annihilate everything around it. I'm sorry. But this dragon purely on its own proves that there is a severe power imbalance because it should one-shot everything. That is my opinion on that one. And then we've got Knockoff Dragon, which I think was released around about the same or in the same fashion as that Bye 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 Dragon. And this one I really quite like because of the colours. Like, I think the blue really matches with the sort of sail tags on it as well. And its body is literally a paper bag. And one of my other favourite dragons is the paper bag dragon. So, I mean, I'm feeling that vibe. I'm feeling that vibe. I don't even know how many more dragons we've got to look at here, but either way, we've been through a lot already. The Kishigi, again, weird face. It's like he's missing half of his face there. It should be like that long. Anyway, Lamelin, I remember him. Laukana looks like something from Moana. Laterna is kind of whatever. Lava Rakes. Okay, I kind of like him. This one looks like something out of Yoshi's Story. Or what other game am I thinking of that's got lots of lava? Another Dark Souls, maybe? I do like this one. I'm going to leave him there. I like that one. Lava Vein I've never seen, but they're kind of like the baby version of him. This one also caused a lot of questions from people. Oh, I like you. And Li Ming. Okay, we've got a few new ones here for me to take a look at. So Leaf Slug. Yeah, and this one is so ugly. I do quite like it, but it is also very ugly. Then we've got Leopard Gecko. Very cute. Very cute. I do quite like this one, but I'm going to say not quite enough. And then we've got the Liana Dragon. See, this one, imagine if they just didn't put the eye pupil actually in the eye. It would look like the other one that I mentioned before. But yeah, I think this is a nice, just basic sort of tree dragon design. Like, you could literally just call this tree. I know that we've already got the tree, so this is like the upgraded version of the tree dragon. And we've got Li Ming. She's looking very, very cute. That nice eyeliner going on. Yeah, I can dig it. I think she's got an interesting design. The only problem I've got is that the arms we've put them back onto a dragon that has never had them, and the arms just feel like they should be lower or somewhere else. Is that just me? Like, I know that physically they probably shouldn't, but they just look odd. Maybe it's also the fact that there's like shadow here on the neck, but not on the arm, which is throwing me off as well. I feel like that should be shaded in. But yeah, it's odd that we've got this snake body type with lots of arms now. Little Chick, I remember that one. That was used in promo stuff with me for ages far back. Lover Boy. Now, if you ever encounter a simp in your life, this is basically what I imagine they would look like. This is how desperate they look. Yeah, I think this encapsulates simping perfectly. So I really dig this. I do like the little Care Bear that he's got on him as well. And then Lover Girl does fit him very nicely. She's even wearing high heels. That's quite cool. I didn't even notice that at any point where I've seen this before. So yeah, I think those two have a really, really nice design going on for them. As weird as they look intentionally, I think they're really quite cool. Lucy and Lemon, which is literally just an axolotl with a baby axolotl on top of its head, which I think is interesting. Now, Luminous Caterpillar, I've looked at this before, and I specifically said, it looks like they've just forgotten to shade half of this dragon. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's based off of Avatar, but it just looks like for the body, there's just something missing. Like, there should be more decorative bits on this dragon or something at the front. But it just looks like it's missing something. I don't know what it is. It's very odd. Again, it's like some sort of shading or lighting is missing off of it. Just something looks weird with that one. I said that day one. So then we've got Mad Gadget. Okay. So he's got eyes that, again, look like they could become lasers. Interesting. I like the robotic style of him. Magma Lapis, I don't think looks very good at all. The mallet's all dragon there, I do quite like, but it's kind of whatever. Manta Ray. Okay, this is a weird one. It's a very weird dragon. Like, look, you'd think, okay, what should we turn into a dragon next? A Manta Ray. Of course it's going to come out looking weird, and it looks very weird. I do kind of vibe with it. I do kind of vibe with the Manta Ray, though, I will say. Market Dragon was an old favy. Megalodon looks very weird, very strange face. Meridian Lux, or Meridiana Lux, even. I got that one wrong. Looks like a temple. Is it meant to look like a stained glass sort of dragon? I do quite like it. Very unique. Got little, almost looks like he's wearing little shoes as well. Yeah, you know what? I really like that one. I like that one. It's like a piece of art by itself. Then we've got Mytis Venti, kind of okay. The mom dragon. What is that baby? What is that? Oh, it's crying. Ew, disgusting. Ew. And then Mountain Lift. What is that? This eye. This eye is doing a lot of work. Like, what is that? That is like the creepiest looking rabbit creature ever. That is weird. Ugh. Oh, strange. And some of these are very, very strange. Neon Toxin, I do kind of like it, but again, I think I prefer the flamey version rather than the Toxin version, and we've already got him. What else? Nouveau style. This one is very, very nouveau, very weird. I have seen them before. You know what I mean? It's like a dragon I don't actually like, but I think the design is really on point for what they were going for, so I can appreciate the work done on this one. It's just, this is not a personal design favorite of mine, but they couldn't have done that with Nouveau anyway, I don't think. This one I've seen once before, and it just looks very weird. Numismatist. It's very weird. Very odd. It's like some sort of broken horse coin monster. Oh, it's like it's melting or something. Very strange. Obsidian Aqua Bunny is a nice looking one. I think it was there when I left. Opalescent. I've said this before, I think, once in my server. I think this one's very cute. I really like the vibe of this one. It's like he's pogging 24/7. Imagine that, pog championing or going, ooh, very cool. Yeah, I do like the vibe of this one quite a lot. What else have we got here? Anything new? Orvane is old. Owl bear. Why do you want an owl bear? That is weird. Pale cobra. I can dig him. Oh, there's my lovely boy. And then I am going to talk about the Parisian, but yeah, Pale Cobra. I think this is very simple, but very cool. I really like this one. And then my boy Paper Bag. He was in the game after I quit, and I absolutely adore this dragon so much. This Parisian, this is like that Avatar dragon where it just looks like there is some shading issues going on. Like the colors are wrong, or there's some shading problem, or there should be more patterns somewhere. Maybe not just so that it looks exactly like a flag, but it just looks like something is missing to me. Very weird. Okay, how many more dragons do we have to get through now? I forget, it's like 1,200 that we have to look at. Patchwork? Oh god, he's ugly. I like the colours though, the blues and the greens. Pearlescent is very odd looking. Peregrinus ab something? Ab astris. Peregrinus ab astris. What is that? Why do we just have like some floating anti-demon thing? The face looks weird. That looks weird. There's a lot going on. There's a whole lot of not very nice going on with that one. Then we've got some very old dragons here. Plamith looks very meh. Got some old ones again. Oh, poo emoji, another favorite. Lots of old ones. Precursator or Precursorator or Precursator. I don't know. I don't like it by a name alone. We've got Primordial Deity and Princeps Umbra here, which are very odd designs. This one looks very extra. I do really like this one, to be honest. I think it's quite interesting, and all of the jade is quite nice. Princeps Umbra, again, looks sort of like some sort of Satan creature. I do quite like this one, though. I'm going to leave him here. I like him. Teros dragon, I guess. Some sort of ugly fish. I think it definitely looks like some sort of ugly deep sea creature fish, which is nice. It's accurate. Puss in Boots. He looks a bit weird. And then we've got old ones. Racetrack. I don't really like that one. Some oldies. Red Hood looks kind of meh. Red Stocking is kind of meh. All old ones here. Okay, this one's the new art style. You can tell instantly that this one's a different art style to normal. It's like the old body type, but the art style looks different. Like there's more shading. But this is definitely Einstein. And he's got his tongue out like in that famous photo. I quite like the design of this in terms of like the real life person comparison. And then Relic Robo. Yeah, it's interesting. It would be good in some sort of dungeon as like an enemy to face or something like that. River Gold looks whatever. Robin Hood kind of whatever as well. Okay, this one, I am going to talk about this one because you think about what kind of dragons would a person make, and we literally made a disabled dragon, which I think is really interesting. Like, I'm not saying that in a derogatory way or anything like that against disabled people, but it's just such an odd thing. Like, of all the things you're going to make, I think they did this, was it part of a specific charity event or something, which I think is great. But very weird. Very weird. It's even got the Gameloft logo on its t-shirt, which maybe that alone would make me dislike it. But very odd. Very odd indeed. Then, any others while we're here? Royal Pink is just like a cutesy little girlsy dragon. Ruby Bear. Royal Snout as well, looks like some sort of fat eel. But Ruby Bear here, he looks nice. I like him. He looks very dragony, very robot-y. I like this one quite a lot. Very cool vibe. He sort of reminds me of, what is it, Grunt from Mass Effect. And for that alone, I will keep him in my favourite box. Sabretooth, I see him, he looks kind of interesting. The Sakura Blossom, now this is a very nicely designed dragon. Like, seems like a lot of detail's been put in. We've got some high quality flowers that are on there. It looks like they're a bit squashed, but I think that overall this is just a very nice design. So I'm going to leave this one in my, oh, that was my channel, in my nice list. Scarlet Harbinger looks just kind of same with Scarlet Flame there. School Days, we've got so many back to school dragons at this point. We have like, what, 5, 6? I say we, I'm not part of this community anymore. But yeah, it seems like there's so many of those. And then Sharp, he looks very odd. Shroom Sprite, oh, it's opening them at the front now. This is actually great. Shroom Sprite. Very ugly. I love it. I absolutely love it. And then we've got Sharp. This looks like some sort of zombified dragon. You know what? If this was meant to be a zombie, I really like this. Like, imagine you're playing Skyrim and then a zombie comes out, but it's a dragon zombie. I really, really dig that one, actually. And then we've got Seraph, Silicon Verd. Interesting, he reminds me of a Counter-Strike gun. Don't know which one I'm thinking of. But yes, Seraph. Seraph's a lot. Beautiful, beautiful design. Absolutely stunning overall. Ski Dragon, I do actually quite like him as well, but he's to be expected. He skis, I guess. Then we've got Slopestyle as well, which I think goes along with him. And again, I think they both look quite cool. We've got Snow Leopard, which is kind of whatever. We've got Soft Glow, which I think is a very cute little Christmassy themed dragon there. Very, very cutesy overall. I'll open that one. Was that already here when I was around? I can't remember, actually. I think it might have been. But it was a long time ago. We've got the Spartan, which looks very odd. Very Assassin's Creed-y. Springtime Bunny. We've also got lots of Easter dragons, and this one is interesting. That is a weird duck. That duck looks like it's got 2 different coloured wings / arms, and it looks like it's about to jump out and like accidentally have an accident on its head. Very odd. I do quite like the colours on that one though, I have to say. Stegosaurus. So it looks like with these primal dragons, they actually started making some of them more dinosaur-y. But I still think that this one looks more lizardy than dinosaur. It's the face. There's something about the face that doesn't look dinosaur-y. It's not quite the dinosaur I'd be hoping for. Stinkies. Stygian Metallum, I don't like at all. Supermodel. This is a diva faux show. Very diva-y. Lady Gaga-esque, but a little bit more purple. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe they'd grow on me if I knew them a bit more. Taekwondo is very weird. That's an old one. Teal Pot, I think, is an interesting design. Tempestus Solis, don't like. Tenebris Leo, don't like. Oh, these are like the moon, all of those, the star. They're very old dragons now. Very old. Toucan is old. Boris, that looks like, oh, Ichiban from Yakuza. Definitely that Hawaiian theme. I do quite like it, but not enough. And then Toozy, we've got Twinkle Light, which was there before. We've got Ugly Duckling. Now this one, yes, it's a bird. It's a bird, so I have to sort of like it. So it goes in my like list. What else? Vesuvius Lapis. I don't really like it because of the eye. Oh, unlikely one of my favies is there. Venom Vinea. It's literally just a dragon made of vines. It's certainly an interesting design, I'll give it that. And Varapara. Very bluey, very green, but yeah, this vine dragon is certainly interesting. Like, it doesn't really look like a dragon at all, but I like it as an enemy character. Varapara here. Almost looks like a cat. You get what I mean from the face? It kind of looks like a cat face. But I have to say that for the colors, I think it really works with this body type, and it's obviously got that watery theme. I like that one. Vidalma dragon. Wow, what is that? I don't even know what that is. This is a whole lot of stuff. Like the mouth, maybe it's the mouth bit that's throwing me off. That looks really strange. And it's got these long ass ears. I don't know what this is based off of. Maybe it's based off of something that I could search up, but that is an odd design. That is definitely one of the weirder ones that they've got. Viridis peregrinus, I'm assuming that's called. Yeah, Viridis peregrinus. This is... Am I thinking of the right Pokemon? Wochien? You know, the grass Chinese mythical creature for the Pokemon games. I've forgotten what his name is, but yes, him. That is definitely him. Some old dragons, Warpelt, and the rest are old. We've got Water Wisp, which I think is okay as well. We've got Wish, which is meh. And then I assume we're nearing the end of these now. Witch Deer, that is an ugly dragon. Oh my goodness. Wood Element looks nice. Wooded Warrior, I think he was there before when I was there. Woodland Keeper, another furry dragon. And I guess apart from Yellow Topaz and Yi and Zizash, the only other one on this list I've not seen is Zibble. Or Zybel. I don't know how you'd say it. But very interesting colours. You know, I'm not a massive fan of this body type overall. I don't really like most of the dragons with this body type. This one's okay. But I guess that is all of the dragons in this game as of April of 2025. So I can't remember exactly how many new ones that is that I've seen, but if we want to quickly go through the list of the ones that I picked out here that I do particularly like, we've got Sir Raph. I think he is fantastic, by the way. So I would definitely go with him again. Sharp, I think, is a good zombie. This lovely little cutesy soft glow dragon. Ugly Duckling, because why would I not love ugly ducklings? Varapara, very cool watery design. A blaze feather, just because it's again a cool little creature. I have to say, for a bird, maybe they could have done a little bit more, some bigger feathers or something, but I think it's all right. Aeronaut, weird, love it. Albino, very simple, but I do love it. It's kind of like that King Cobra. I think Albino and King Cobra could go together. Ultim Tenebris, I think maybe one of the best looking, if not the best looking fat dragon in this game, by far. Definitely looks really cool. This Ashhole dragon definitely looks really cool. Autumnwood, nice little vibe. Same with Azure Prism. Battery is ugly, and I love it for that. This is the little diva, Belle Bloom. And we've got Blue Cabochon, which I think is just a nicely drawn art piece. Blush Gem, which looks hideous, and that's why I love it. Bronze Bangle, which I think just looks really nice. It's got a nice face and everything. Charnastus, or Charnaster, I should say, which is a very ghostly, ethereal form. Cheesy is disgusting and will give you nightmares. Chipaxley, which again, I really like this vibe. This may again be one of the best looking fat dragons in the game. Polis Violator is a very dragony dragon. Crested, I just really like the colours on this one. He looks kind of smart, like snarky is what I'm looking for. Ecobot, very cute and very different. Irai, very nice colours, but it's so sad that they're sad. Falsei, beautiful, beautiful lizard. Faux Dilopho, beautiful lizard. Fishbot, which, again, just a very different sort of vibe to DML. Flagros, which I think is a nice guy. Broccoli Boy, which is new top 10. Glint, which I think is a very, very nice coloured dragon. I think the blue neon really, really helps accentuate with the yellow. Harlequin, ugly, ugly little goblin. I love it. Hyacintho Ignis needs to be put into another game in high def as a Elder Scrolls dragon. Knockoff, really nice colours. Lava Wraith, just a very lava-y themed dragon. Lover Boy and Lover Girl Witch, I think, have a lot of detail put into them, and they're like ugly, goofy, but nice. Meridiana Lux, again, a very unique design. I really like it for that. Same with Opalescent, actually. And then we've got Pale Cobra and your boy, Paper Bag, which will always be a vibe. Princeps Umbra, I think, is one of the better looking New Age dragons. We've got Rolling Champion, which is just a weird one, and I do like charity events. Ruby Bear, which he looks very sneaky, even though he's fat, so he probably can't be very sneaky. And then we've got the Sakura Blossom. I can't think of a particular favorite out of all of those, but yeah, we've definitely got some interesting vibes. I would say that these two, the Ashhal and Altum Tenebris, are really, really nice looking, like more complicated designs. So yeah, I guess that was my look at some of these New Age dragons. What do you think? Which one is your favorite out of all of these new dragons? Again, some of these I've skipped over because I was here for like 8 years with DML, so these are the ones that released in like the last, what, 2 to 3 years-ish? Which, not too many compared to DC, of course, but, you know, the one thing that I will always come back to check on for DML are the dragon designs, purely because they're very unique, and I just wish that we could put them into another game. It would be so good.